Hello, everyone, and this is Reggie with Stock Talk. I trade based off of chart patterns and technical analysis. So please, please, please like and subscribe. That way, you will get updates every time I drop a video. Because I drop them fast and they have a shelf life. Especially if I find a gem and it's on the move or it's setting up to blow. I want you guys to get in before it actually makes the move. Because if you wait till after the move, you're leaving money on the table. So like and subscribe so you can get alerts when those gems drop. So today's video, I wanted to go over stop losses, right? Because some people believe in stop losses, some people don't. Other people have been burned by them, me especially too. And what a stop loss does is, so people say, put a stop loss, right? And so what it does is, if your stock hits a certain level, it will automatically sell, right? And usually that level is a level you don't want, but you're trying to give yourself downside protection. Now, stop loss isn't the only tool to use to do that. And personally, I believe stop losses are for day traders, to be perfectly honest with you. Because, as we all know, I think we all been burned by a stop loss that, let's say here, this is NIO. And let's say you bought here, right? At $42 and you put your stop loss at like $40, right? And it came down like here on this day, it would have hit your stop loss, it hit $39. And so you sold at 39 or you sold at your $42 stop loss. But look, then it bounced and ran. And now it's at 47 and you're pissed. You're like, oh man, if I'd have kept it. So how to prevent that, right? Two things. You can either buy a put option as downside protection, but the best thing to do is alert yourself. How about an alert, right? What if the stock said, "Hey, we're going down." You're working, you don't got time to look at this thing all day, but you can alert and protect yourself. So if you use TradingView.com, I'll put a link in the description. TradingView.com. This is what most traders use for charts. So now this is what you'll do, right? So let's say NIO, right? NIO right now is trending up, and let's say you want to buy. Even if you bought down here, this is awesome. But let's say you bought here, right, at $45. Now it's up to 47, and you don't. Let's say you put your loss at where you bought it from, so you break even, right? Which is kind of a waste of time. But let's say you go down here to $44. Now it may come down to 44 and bounce up again, and you lose your money, right? But how about this? You put an alert. So what you'll do is you'll either click this horizontal line here, and now it's on. See this little magnet symbol? This automatically put the line at the candlestick. If you deselect it, you can put it wherever you want to put it. But so let's say you want to put the line here at $45, and so you click $45. You click alert, and this will. And so actually you have to have an account. This is free, right? This is all free, and notify you on the app. Because I have a Trading View, I download the app, or I get email and I get a text message. Somewhere on here says text message. And so here we go. See, send text message. You can alert name. Look, so you can put on here. Stock is pulling back, right? Or if you're looking for a stock to dip at a certain level, you can put buy now, right? And that'll come across on your alert, and you press create. And so when the candlestick hits this, when the stock hits your line, you automatically be alerted, right? And then you can make a play on it. You can make a decision. You can say, okay, let me look at the news. Like maybe, uh, the president said something, or Congress or legislation, some news came out, or the VP of the company uh, did something silly, and the stock is a temporary dip. By your own judgment, and you can look at, you get your chance to analyze because without having to make a move, right? And then from there, you can decide to sell your stock or to say, oh, you know what, just something silly happened. Let's just keep going. There's all because the stocks dipped during the election, like the election day. that week, stocks were dipping and jumped. There's certain things that are just temporary, man. And that stop loss, there's no coming back from it. Especially if you got a stock that's ran up, right? So let's say you got in an NIO at 28, it's ran up. Here you feel like, oh man, I'm the man. I'm so smart. I've doubled my money, and then it dips back down, and you're kind of panicking, like, ooh. But you're like, you know what? Especially looking at this chart, it's trading, it's consolidating, no big deal, right? But if you had a stop loss, like if it ran up to $57 and you had a stop loss at $50, there is no going back to buying your stock at $26, right? Let it ride, man. Because right here is just trading in a channel. So when it trades in a channel, there could be a lot of panicking. So let's say here, this is strong support for NIO, $38, right? I don't even think it's gonna get back there, but it ran all the way up here to 57, came down, boom, to 40. 40 is the support. Here, boom, bounced around, boom. Now it's shooting back up again. Bam. And it actually broke a previous resistance. And so now it's shooting back up. And the previous resistance was right here at $48. So you don't want a stop loss to engage, like especially because here you're the man, and it dropped, down to 39. But if we know this is you're going long on NIO. If you're going long, that stop loss will kill you. So again, that alert will at least allow you to not make a permanent decision, and you can make a decision based off of doing. You can do some research, you do some due diligence to see if this is something you want to hang on to or if you want to sell. But if you got it super cheap, man, hold on to it. That's why I got Blink. I bought Blink at $10. There is no way I'm putting a stop loss on Blink at all. I will never ever get it again at $10. I hope not, anyway, right? And it's the new thing. It's the flavor of the month. It's EVs, and they're not going nowhere. And this is our this is a play on the progression of our society of technology. Do you think we're going to go back to gas engines? You think they're going to come out with some new gas engine? No. EV is the way to go, and so these levels we will probably never ever see again. And I'm not going to dump my stock because it dipped. So anyway, set an alert, man. That's the point of this whole video. Set an alert, make a decision from there instead of using a stop loss, or just buy a put option, right? Because when NIO hit this 57, it hit an all-time high, and you are scared, buy a put option and just write it down, and you make money on the loss, right? That put option comes down, and at a certain point, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sell it, and you collect the money on your losses, but you still own the stock. You still own that stock you bought super cheap. So any questions, leave it in the comment section. If you have a stock you want me to look at and analyze from a technical analysis point of view, I have no problem looking at it. Just leave it in the comment section. Like and subscribe so you can constantly get updated on my videos. And this is Reggie dropping another gem for you guys. And I'll see you on the next video.